Hey guys, Marshall from Limited Resources doing a little Gatecrash draft here. So yeah, let's take a look at what we got in our opener here. I'm pretty much ready to go any direction. We've got a pretty nice rare here. Spark Trooper, 6/1 trample trample lifelink haste. It only lasts for a turn. But for 4 mana, that's a huge life swing. Really good card. Another really good card is 1,000 Lashes. Potential win con at least helps you get there, and is also a kind of a premium removal spell. It takes care of almost anything. It's a little slow at 4 mana, but you'll certainly pay it. The rest of the stuff in this pack is very mediocre / bad, so it's between these two. Not really sure which one's better. Spark Trooper is a part of a pretty nice plan. Little bit more swingy than 1,000 Lashes. 1,000 Lashes is just always good. Spark Trooper is pretty powerful, though. I think I'll take it. See what we get here. Well, not a ton. Nothing obvious for a deck like this. If we would have taken 1,000 Lashes, I'd probably take Death's Approach or White. I might do that anyway. Hellraiser Goblin's pretty good if you can really draft around it, but man, using a pick this early on Hellraiser Goblin is not what I want to be doing. These Denizens are both okay. Green one's pretty good. These 5-drops are just whatever. Like, you can get those anytime you want. Mystic Genesis is just okay. Be kind of weird to take 2 green, blue, blue right after taking 1 red, red, white, but I might just take this Death Approach or this white anyway. I could take the Ivy Lane Denizen and try to be like Gruul and just splash for the white. That doesn't seem very good either, though. Yeah, I'll just take this Death's Approach and see what happens. Well, here's some stuff. There's a Viscopa Confessor. There's also an Ooze Flux, which is pretty good, although picking up this early is a little weird. There's also an Executioner Swing. I think I'm just going to take that. Death's Approach Swing, sure. And then not much here. Armored Transport, Pit Fight, Assault Griffin. I think I'm going to take Assault Griffin. I don't know if I'm going to be in red yet. This guy might be hidden. But I might be. This pack kind of sucks too. I think that's probably the best card right there. I think I'm just going to take this Prism, though. Maybe we're going to be Borzov. There's a lot of really good cards to make that up. That's kind of weird. That's the best card in this pack by a long shot, and we're just going to take it. I'm not going to argue with that. Nothing. I'll take this one. Miming Slime's okay. It's probably the best card here, but still not that good. Alright, Prism, Assault Griffin, Nimbus Swimmer, Orzhov, Guildgate. If we are going to be Borzov, then I think I want the Guildgate over the second Griffin. I could also just take the Prism. Prism's really good. It does take a card slot, but it replaces itself for cheap. Yeah, I'm just not really sure where this deck is going yet. I guess I'll take the Guildgate. You know, speaking of Guildgates, I'll take this one too. And not much left. Just take this Towering Thunder Fist. Not really sure where we're going yet. Could just cut these 2 black cards. We have a really crappy Boros deck. It's pretty ugly. Okay, this Confessor came back. I think he's okay, so we'll take him. Nothing really here. And nothing really here either. Okay, so we're Borzov so far. With 2 gates and some fixing, we can actually make that work, I think. But our deck isn't very good yet. There wasn't a whole lot of great stuff for us there. Got a little bit of a hint of something with Wojek Halberdiers, but it still isn't really a solid sign. All right, now we got some stuff. There's an Almsbeast, a True Fire Paladin. There's an Remembrance and a Syndic of Tithes as well, but the ones that we're looking at are True Fire Paladin and Almsbeast. I think Almsbeast is really, really good. True Fire Paladin is superb as well. Kind of depends on if we want to cut black. Like if we cut the black cards, that leaves us with Wojek Halberdier, Spark Trooper, Griffin, Thunderfist, Urbis Protector, which is just really not very good. We'd have a True Fire Paladin, which would be nice to add to that mix, but I think we actually are going to be 3 colors here. So if that's the case, which one of these is better? Probably Almsbeast. It's close. True Fire Paladin is just amazing, but Almsbeast is huge. We'll take it. Okay, well, there's a Balustrade Spy and a Gift of Orzhova here. There's also a couple of red cards up here that we could consider, but I think that one of these two is going to be better for us. Gift is really good. If you're going to run an aura, this is an aura that will at least pay you back for the risk that you're taking. But Balustrade Spy is just super solid. I'm just going to take Balustrade Spy, I think. We're getting a little heavy on... hey, you bet. We're getting a little heavy on 4-drops here, but yeah, so it goes. All right, there's Boros Charm, Balustrade Spy, Gutter Skulk, Death's Approach, Madcap skills. This is a pretty nice pack. The cards I'm considering are Death's Approach, Gutter Skulk, Balustrade Spy, and Boros Charm. I think Boros Charm is the most powerful here. Balustrade Spy, again, just super solid, and maybe we can even get this back, although that doesn't always happen. I think I'm going to take Boros Charm here, though. I think it's just one of the best tricks you can get. All right, there's a Crown Ceratok, which I'm kind of sad to see go. A Cartel Aristocrat as well, but I'm going to take Warmind Infantry, as we don't have any 3s yet, and it's a good 3. All right, not a lot going on here for us. Unfortunately, Scorchwalker's not going to make the cut in this deck, so I'm going to take the Zertos Swine and not play it. Boo. This isn't a key rune that we can actually use, which is kind of sad. And this whole pack is just kind of sad in general. I think I'm just going to cut this, as I don't really need another one of those. Yeah, I guess I'll take a Massive Raid. I don't really love double red here. Gruul Charm sweet, but we're not going to splash our splash. I don't want either of these two creatures, so Massive Raid it is. Ooh, Night of Obligation. Jeez. That's pretty late. That's a really good one. Martial Glory is really good too, but we already picked that Boros Charm. I'm fine taking the Knight here. Again, our 4-drops are getting a little stacked up, but not too sad about it. We have some pretty quality stuff up there. That guy says that I should do the sign-off instead of John on Limited Resources sometime. That's probably not going to happen. It's kind of John's thing. Sure. Hiding it, though. I don't think that's what we're going to want in this deck. There's a chance it makes a cut, but the double red's kind of rough. We don't mind using it for like a late-game Massive Raid to take out a creature or something, but our mana is going to be pretty tough here. Commandos is the only one that even has a chance of making the deck. Reich here, I guess. I don't want to play any more 5s. Hold the Gates, probably won't play it. Could do worse, though, if we need a playable. We're doing okay on playables. It's nice being open on 3 different colors because we get to... it's easy to make playables that way, though. We've got some kind of stinkers in here. Looks like we're base Boros and we're just going to splash for a few black cards, probably. This is the best one of them. This one's fine, too. This one adds up after a while. Alright, what do we get now? I get some sweet stuff. There's a Fathom Mage. Not a big fan of that card. You'd think I would be, but I don't actually like it that much. But there's a True Fire Paladin, which I love. Devour Flesh and a Wojek Halberdiers. But between these two, the True Fire Paladin's a lot better. And the Devour Flesh is worth considering, but I'm just going to take True Fire here. I already passed one in this draft, and I felt bad about it, so let's take it. It's a sweet card. Pit Fight, Skinbrand Goblin, Fire Fist Striker. Between these two, Fire Fist Striker's way better. Between these two, it's a decision. It's a pretty nice pack for Gruul, by the way. Geez. There's also Court Street Denizen, which is worth considering, although I think I just want Fire Fist Striker here. I like attacking. Court Street Denizen's pretty good, but you do. I don't want to be in, like, I don't want random cards like this to screw up Court Street Denizen either necessarily. It's just not that great of a card. I'd take most playable 2-drops over it anyway, and this one's actually a good 2-drop. Whoa, okay, this is a heck of a pack for us. There's a Kingpin's Pet, an Angelic Edict, and a Hellkite Tyrant, along with a Skinbrand Goblin. Even Basilica Guards would make the cut in this deck. We might even get one of these back. But the question for me is Kingpin's Pet or Hellkite Tyrant? I think Kingpin's Pet's a better card. Does a lot more work, and we do need 3-drops, though we really have skewed ourselves towards the red-white end of the spectrum with less black, and getting this guy in turn 3 might be rough. Hellkite Tyrant's a bomb. I mean, it's just a huge flyer, and it's only 6 mana, so it's actually pretty good. Normally, I think I'd take Kingpin's Pet, but I'm going to take the Tyrant this time. I think we're going to be okay with the Tyrant. I really want one of these in the deck, but we keep opening better stuff. I'm going to take Arrows of Justice over Blind Obedience. Blind Obedience is fine, but our deck, while it can have aggressive starts, I don't plan on having perfect mana every game, unfortunately. So we have to consider the fact that we might not. And Blind Obedience is still okay, but I just want the removal spell here. All right, is this the one where I finally get that Angelic Edict into the deck? I think it is. Another Assault Griffin doesn't seem amazing. We've got really nice 4-drops already. A Skinbrand Goblin would be fine, and I don't think I want Syndicate Enforcer. I'd rather try to stay Boros with just a splash here. The Guildgate would be sweet, but I'm going to take the Edict here. Especially now that we have this Tyrant, we want to make sure that the game goes kind of long. Or at least help make sure. Alright, Smite or Ember Beast. Second Ember Beast starts to get a little awkward potentially. You don't want too many of them. If you have like a million of them, then they're all really good because they can attack together and block together. But gotta make sure we have enough creatures to make that work. Right now, we're 1 playable short, so whatever we pick is probably going to be in the deck. Though I have stuff I can cut pretty easily, like Nav Squad Commandos and Towering Thunderfist, and even this Confessor. Those can all go fairly easily. I'd really like a Key Rune, but I don't know which one of these I want to do. I think I'm going to take Ember Beast, though. Yeah, I'm going to take Ember Beast. I think this deck does actually want to attack more often than not. Fire Fist Striker wants to attack, Warmind Infantry, and Ember Beast attacks very well if you can attack with it. All right, so we got a Kingpin's Pet and a Night Watch. I'm just going to take the pet here. That's a pretty easy pick, I think. Wow. All right, that's a super late mugging. I'm going to snatch that up right now. Bomber Core would make the deck. So would this Orzhov Guildgate. I'd love that card, but mugging is really good. Like, that's just a good card. Don't know why that's still here. This is what I expect to see. Bunch of junk. We'll take the Greenside Watcher just because it's the best card. All right, so we got the Denizen back, and holy hell, the Slaughterhorn and the Miming Slime. Miming Slime's just okay, but Slaughterhorn's like really good. But we're going to take the Denizen because it might make the cut in our deck. And wow, we wield both of these. I think we're attacking now, so I like Edict, and we can cut a couple of these 5s. Definitely going to take Righteous Charge here. And it looks like we got a deck. We can see how much we can trim down the splash here. There's a few cards that don't work as well with the deck. We might even just be Boros. Maybe Boros plus like Alms Beast and Kingpin's Pet, Spy, something like that. Confessor, Death's Approach, Executioner, Swing. None of those are really great in the deck that we want to play. But we do have a Prophetic Prism and a Guildgate. So, adding a punch of power like this to a Boros deck is just insane. But Boros looked like it was actually kind of open down the stretch. All right, let's get some of these cards in here and see where this puts us. Sure, for now. I'm not going to put this Thunder Fist in there. I'm going to put a Scorchwalker in, though. Something like this. And then we have these 2 gates to put in as well. So let's see how this looks. Kind of a high curve, but I kind of feel like playing a little bit higher of a curve. This deck is certainly not the hyper-aggressive one like we had last week. And I can make some cuts pretty easy here. I can cut Death's Approach, Executioner, Swing fairly easily. That leaves us with Pet, Spy, and Beast on the splash, and I think that's fine. This Prophetic Prism's okay in the deck as well, because, you know, we've got some random extort guys like this in the pet, so you get a little value there. Let's see how many white creatures we have, because I don't think that we're going to run a one this Court Street Denizen. We've got this, Knight 3, 4. Well, that's actually counts to 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, still not really very good. Righteous Charge, also not very good in this deck. I'm going to cut that for now. We really want like a really low curve 1, 2, 3 drop type deck to make Righteous Charge really awesome. And this one's a little bit more like put pressure on them and then clean up with Alms Beast and Hellkite Tyrant, maybe even the Angel from this thing. So I think that Court Street Denizen can stay. Like I said, I wish we had picked up a key rune, a non-color key rune here, because getting up to these 6s and these 5s would be a turn early would be really, really good, but we didn't, so bummer. So let's play these Guild Gates. Let's add us some lands here. It's suggesting 7, 2, 6. Let's do that. All right, so that leaves us with 8 red sources, which is fine, and 8 white sources, which is also fine, and 3 black sources plus random Prophetic Prism stuff, which is also fine. So yeah, good job, Moto, you did it. For once it was like actually correct. All right, yay. Okay, so let's see what this thing can do. We can switch gears a little bit and bring in a few of these in some swamps if we feel like we need to hold them back more. But I kind of like our pack of creatures here in the middle, and then our top end's really good. We can remove anything we want, and we can clean up really nicely. I mean, this guy is a card that generally I overlook, but man, he's huge. 6/5 Flying Trample is just absolutely massive for only 6 mana. That's a great deal. Also, you randomly get artifacts. But all right, we'll see you guys in the first round.